Napoleon Bonaparte, the name conjures images of a military genius, a strategic mastermind who reshaped Europe. We see him with his hand tucked into his coat, a powerful emperor on the battlefield. But behind this iconic image lies a man far more complex and bizarre than the history books let on. A man of strange fears, hidden passions, and a legacy that extends into the most unexpected corners of our modern lives. The story you think you know is only the beginning. Join us as we peel back the layers of the legend and uncover the secrets of the real Napoleon. First, let's tackle the most famous myth. His height. Was Napoleon really short? Not at all. Standing at about 5 feet 7 inches, he was actually slightly taller than the average Frenchman of his time. The misconception likely came from British propaganda and a simple mix-up between French and English units of measurement. But there's more to him than just his physical stature. Did you know this formidable general had a soft side? He poured his heart into writing a romantic novella titled Clisson et Eugénie. It's a passionate, somewhat melodramatic tale of a soldier torn between his love for a woman and his duty to his country. Sound familiar? And while we associate him with France, his roots lie elsewhere. He was born on the island of Corsica, and his first language wasn't French, but Corsican, an Italian dialect. He only learned French in school and spoke it his entire life with a distinct Corsican accent, something his rivals often mocked him for. Now, let's venture into the truly strange. Imagine Napoleon, the conqueror of nations, being defeated by rabbits. It sounds like a joke, but it actually happened. After signing the treaties of Tilsit, his chief of staff organized a rabbit hunt to celebrate. He gathered what he thought were wild rabbits, but they turned out to be domesticated ones from local farms. When released, instead of fleeing, the massive horde of bunnies saw Napoleon as a source of food and charged him. The emperor and his men were completely swarmed, forced into a comical and frantic retreat. It's a hilarious image, but Napoleon's fears weren't always so fluffy. He suffered from ailurophobia, an intense and irrational fear of cats. The mere sight of one could send him into a panic. This was a well-known fact among his staff, who made sure no felines ever crossed his path. It's a striking contrast. A man who faced down cannons and cavalry, but was terrified by a common house pet. Beyond his personal quirks, Napoleon's influence is woven into the fabric of our daily lives in ways you would never expect. Do you use kilograms or meters? You can thank Napoleon. While he didn't invent the metric system, he was its greatest champion. He saw its logical, standardized nature as a tool for unifying his vast empire and streamlining trade. He made it the law of the land, and its use spread across the continent with his armies. His impact is also sitting in your pantry. During his campaigns, feeding his massive army was a constant struggle. He offered a hefty prize to anyone who could invent a way to preserve food. A confectioner named Nicholas Appert rose to the challenge, developing the process of sealing food in airtight glass containers and heating them. This was the birth of canning, a revolutionary technology that changed how we eat forever. And if you live in a country where you drive on the right side of the road, you might have Napoleon to thank for that too. Historically, people kept to the left to keep their sword arm free. But Napoleon, ever the disruptor, ordered his armies and civilian traffic to use the right side, a practice that spread through much of Europe and the Americas. As his life drew to a close, the mysteries only deepened. After his first abdication in 1814, facing exile, Napoleon attempted to end his own life. He ingested a poison pill he had carried with him since his disastrous retreat from Moscow. But the poison had lost its potency over the years, and instead of a quick end, it only made him violently ill. He survived, left to face his fate on the island of Elba. His death itself is shrouded in controversy. But what happened after is even more peculiar. Following his autopsy, certain parts of his anatomy were allegedly removed by the attending physician. This macabre relic embarked on a bizarre journey, passing through the hands of priests, booksellers, and urologists, before ending up in a private collection in New Jersey. And then there's the death mask. Multiple masks were made after his passing, but they look strikingly different from each other, fueling theories and debates among historians. Which one is the true face of the emperor in death? Like much of his life, the answer remains elusive. From a writer of romance to a victim of a rabbit ambush, from the man who standardized measurements to the one who influenced which side of the road we drive on, Napoleon Bonaparte was a figure of incredible contradictions. His story is a powerful reminder that the titans of history are never just the one-dimensional heroes or villains we imagine them to be. They are human, filled with the same passions, fears, and eccentricities that define us all. The deeper you look, the more you realize that the truth is always far more fascinating than the myth. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden history of Napoleon, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that challenge what you think you know.